18. Two waves of a sugared throat. Down the chasm. Up the nasal chute, down the chasm. The dark chasm communicates to the rest of the castle. The rest of the bodily castle communicates. Leg bones fanning on the inside. Leg bone shaft architecture. Leg bone shaft tower. Shuffling feet. Warning signs, warning signs placing themselves ahead of it. Preconditions. The wailing, sailing shriek birds of industrial nature. Arpeggiators. Pull a hem, you drag drop to the hem. Absolute. Oh fuck. Synchronizes you with everything else. Keeps you in, gets you into the circadian rhythmic pumps of the big biological, technological beast. Absolutely inculcated. An exterior egg brought inside a womb. Howling at the moon! Stalking grasshopper. Chest sensor. The noises that cut through consciousness. Keyboard style. Ancient hums of Casio. Tribalism. Whoa, the Colorado denied access. Reach to the quiet Edwardian plantoid. Synapse synecdoche and the itchy civil war of my lower back. Wow, wow. Wobble monsters produced from cracks in tarmac, produced in the cracked United States of America, engendering itself towards political, complete secession-esque, fucking soft civil war. The possibility of a dog hatching from an egg is just a charming thought that's very, doesn't really correlate with the way our planet. Very, very charming idea. Still feel like I'm waiting to be dragged, but the harpoon is inside my body. Starting to feel those walls of this weird Victorian time box. Recognizing you're already in a room you're waiting to find the door to. That's the familiar feeling here. Oh, welcome again. Welcome back to the real. Welcome back to this temporarily imminent reality again. It welcomes you home familiarly like a memory that can be equally scary and comforting. Will the reptilioid come out? Does he have bad gout? Stabbed with a spear and he shout. 1-star review on Yelp of Synecdoche, New York, and 5-star review on Yelp of Synecdoche, New York. Meet up for a date and have a baby, and it's a 3-star review of Synecdoche, New York. Pores say hello to Tallahassee. Skin growing out of your face, hair growing out of your skin, say hello to Tallahassee. I deeply desire the transience of the roads and the cars, the people, and the weird phenomenon that is, while also completely despising cars. There is very much a comfort to that environment, though, and right now I wish to be connected to that prolonged, ecstatic, transient linearity and experience. I don't want to be in a car. I get sick in cars, but I want there to be traffic all stopped because of a crash or something, and I could get out of the car and stand on the road and sort of look at the other cars or something. That'd be nice. When there was a car crash, when I was that exact situation happened to me kind of recently, and my desire was to get out of the car. and look and just sort of relish in that moment of the cars being stopped, and it's sort of, you have this advantage you can seize upon greedily to step out and kind of, you know, be in that space you're not meant to be in, even though it's almost like there's a weird sense of freedom in puncturing your inability to walk in the road with a bunch of cars stopped because of the accident of the cars colliding. And I remember seeing a very old man, and not very old man, he still had black hair, but an old man, and some other guy, he rear-ended him or something, and what they did created this weird opportunity where what's allowed to be done on a road kind of changed, and you know, maybe you could get out of the car and sort of really enjoy that interstitial fucking liminal experience of using that road as this paused transience. It's still, but it's still moving. It's defined by its transience. And God, I would relish that, walking around in that environment, talking to people maybe, or just looking at, just soaking it in. Pure vibes through the pores, dude. Hell yeah. Crypt Creeper. Cryptolith. I don't know what that word means. Shadow of a dog on a high log. Vision of a fission and a future vision. Spraying on the walls, human guts and industrial cleaner. Garishly produced out of the same hole in a human stomach. Spurting forwards from a tiny pin-sized hole, producing a spurting, not quite cloud, but just shower on the wall, spritz on the wall, champagne bottle pop open on the wall of blood and some other cleaning product which is lightening the blood, diluting the blood as it spritz onto the wall into something a little bit more pinkish, mucusy perhaps. And this guy's wearing a jacket, and he's wearing denim jeans. You don't need to pry it out of me. Communing with oneself with a cold nose. Skipping to the next primordial soup. The primordial soup is assumedly more common than sapiens. Sapiens has only occurred once, as far as we know, out of all of the life spawned on Earth within this run as deep as we can take it. But the quickness of single-celled life appearing on Earth suggests that maybe that's way more common than the particular rolling, avalanching accident, organ projection and intelligence and lump sum capital valorization of fucking nutrients from cooking food and tool use, repetitive tool use and socialization, semiotics, and spider web of social intelligence and this outward sprawling, self-controlling, justifying and intellectualizing matter of runaway life. Sapiens shouldn't be taken for granted, but life, there'll probably be another primordial soup. Maybe. I don't fucking know. If you expect me to know, I'm more qualified with a broom in my hands. It's not even true. I shouldn't steal valor from custodial workers. Chest is the plane of dog tag Cyrus. Muscle-bound guy lifting tiny weights. It's a molecular mutiny! What about that? What about a molecular mutiny? This is a very silly idea, and you shouldn't take that seriously at all. I'm not really feeling it. Local Anaheim Kilpo produces their own wind. We grow our own wind. We grow our own wind. And the local Anaheim couple puts their own wind on Facebook Marketplace. Local Anaheim couple dies in an arson attack on a Sonic restaurant. Is my impression of Curly from the Three Stooges. Oh, certainly, what's up? absolutely devastating micro-sized molecular megaliths constantly trading in their own death as the body flying and colliding through space. The meditatory back and forth, the rhythmic back and forth of the neural clock dipped down where you enter your emblematic universe. Where is the seizure of my estate? I'm expecting it on time. Chicken Lewis, Rice Andrews, Concrete Christopher, Dogtown, Nuke Dogs, Death to Dogs, Fuck Dogs, put a dog in a dress, tie the dog to the human culture completely, make the dogs wear clothes, or else burn all the dogs into raw carbon to be donated to a corporation of your choosing. Make the stock market implode with psychic power. The Mini Wonka Gay Resolution. It's 420 by 690 pixels is the Mini Wonka Gay Resolution. Look up the Hegelian time spiral as a message to you. Rambling through my rife DNA. Michigan, I will not sell my CRISPR data. I am bioluminescent death. 4 icons, 1 icons, shoulder pain, string icons, linear pole icons, shoulder pain. Rinse out ricin resin. Rinse out ricin resin. The residue of a long political con falling down into a cave where a mushroom grows in a tiny bit of water. And then, my new glasses, my eyeballs look like if Instagram had a Vaseline-covered filter. James Farrar's Skaters releases an ancient shamanic Curly Howard does his signature harrowingly howling into the microphones, howling his prelingual meanings. What a man. First as tragedy, then as farce. Curly Howard and then fucking Zoidberg off Futurama. Think about it. The luxury decor nose canine race. Green. Industrial product. The International Whispering Machine. Body is an impressive thing, but if there was an electrified fish inside my liver right now flopping around, it wouldn't do a damn thing to protect my life. It couldn't handle that situation. The rhymes are cathartic, the time is samsaric. JK, time is a contingent moving thing. Eternal recurrence is a hoax. Unilinear contingent Hegelian time. The dog with a blog, cat with a height dichotomy. It is coming down, I think. The mismaking of Freddy Figueroa. Who is that? Curled up, communing with nobody, even myself. Myself is inside the nobody. Cold snapped on perimeters. On perimeters. Chemical reactions on surfaces. One tone in the shrieking veil. Tribalists never knew he would lay tiles for a living. Humming the ancient tunes as it becomes a freeze pop. Glasses are off. Welcome to Swaziland. I don't know what that is. 4:59, retrieving myself to read Finnegan's Wake after a descent. Signing off, America. Esports on TV. Throwing spears at muscular men inside entering stomach. Or just a dip in Protocol 11. I want to make a note from the next morning that I understand the sort of anthropically contained context in which samsara makes sense to somebody. but I think there's a sort of contingent samsara that undermines the ultimate meaning of samsara. This first episode of my podcast was sponsored by Squarespace. If you want to make your own website and want it to look like everybody else's website, put in squarespace.com/promo/code/input promo code/dog injection and get